What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Just out here doing a little bit of shopping. Hopefully I can bring you guys along with me for a quick second so that I can have a conversation with you. I'm actually going up to the third floor. And I don't anticipate actually going over into the other side out here at Somerset. But I'm just going to be here really quickly. I got an objective. I don't have nobody with me, and so I can just be 100% focused. No, I'm not going over to look at a Rolex today, even though I wouldn't mind. And actually, I'm anticipating possibly getting a completely different watch. Right, so we all know that I'm always going to be buying Rolexes, and I like Petite Philippe's, which is much more difficult to establish a relationship from scratch. So the Patek might take a little bit longer for me to get, but we all know that I love Rolexes. But I'm thinking about moving in a different direction as far as the watches that I want to get, because now I've gotten to a point to where not only am I buying appreciating assets, but the watches that I may be interested in now aren't as prestigious as Rolexes or Pateks or APs, right? I'll give you an example. I'm thinking about getting a Omega. I've even looked at one particular two-door, but I'm thinking about getting an Omega. Actually, I might go down to Tabbers really quickly. God, look at the Chick-fil-A line. No matter how many locations that they open, it's always going to be a line out of Chick-fil-A. And that is a lesson. A lesson in keeping brand loyalty, and the whole cachet hasn't diminished at all. People love Chick-fil-A, and it is good. I'm not even gonna front. It is popping. But thinking about getting Omegas. Maybe I might run over to the Omega store, because I got an Omega store, and then I know that, was it AP or was it Patek that is going away from? It's one of the bigger brands that's going away from selling it through authorized dealers, and they're gonna do their own stores. I don't know what the benefit of that is, but overpriced sneaker store, impossible kicks. But let me tell you, I think that at some point you get to the point in your life to where it's no longer about just buying appreciating assets. I think that you hit a threshold where it's about, what do you want to do? Now, I'm never going to buy something that does not hold its value. This is what I'm chasing, right? So we already got the Grand Hill version. Oh, I might have to get the white joint. They only got extra large, so that's not cool. The red, we'll copy. We'll get that. Oh, snaps. We'll get the red. I don't have the red yet. That white hit. You match your car? So we're going to get the red. Probably wear that today. What is this reflective thing? We only do Grand Hill and Isaiah Thomas right now. So probably get us an Isaiah Thomas large. But yeah, we definitely gonna get the Isaiah Thomas. We're gonna get the Grand Hill red. We only do throwbacks because we don't do none of these new dudes. I like that. So we already know exactly what we're coming in to get, and we're gonna get up out of there. But I like this store. I think that you get to a point in your life to where, I like that Dennis Rodman jersey too. Vinnie Johnson, slapping. I think you get to a point in your life to where, let me go ahead and get some more t-shirts. You do what you want to do when you want to do it, and I don't even think that people know what that threshold is. That threshold a lot of times is often like way far out, because then you get the assets. And I've been having conversations earlier. I'm gonna actually talk to y'all because I don't want this music to affect the video. I'm actually looking to get more work gear. You know what I'm saying? Like, not work gear like I need to actually go to work, because I got a lot of dress clothes that I use when I jump on and I jump over and I get into corporate on a regular basis. And I'm talking about dress clothes is like, I want like throwback Ford, plant gear, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the threshold for being able to do what you want to do versus what you have to do is two different things. And the thing that people don't realize is that I think that they think that just because they make $50, $70, $90, $100,000 a year, that they've already met that threshold. The threshold is A, you need to pay off the debt, get rid of the debt. B, you need to make sure that you're maxing out every single year on all of your potential contributions, including your 401k or your Roth 401k. And that's the thing, once you get to a real point to where you're really killing it, you'll switch over from a 401k into a Roth 401k. 401k meaning that pre-tax, the money is taken out and contributed into your retirement. And make sure y'all doing at least the threshold for being able to get the match from your job. Usually it's like 6% or whatever you contribute, or 10%, whatever, depending on what industry you're in. But you can switch over from a 401k, in which is pre-tax, which means that whatever you contribute, it's taken out, and then you're only taxed on the rest of whatever you got left. So you're incentivized to continue to pour into yourself and invest. And then you switch over into a Roth 401k, in which is post-tax, but then you're really killing it because you're actually paying the taxes ahead of time. And then you can start to build wealth so that when you start to draw from it, no matter how big it grows to, you can actually never have to pay taxes on it ever again. And then you can leverage that and do some more stuff with it. And then you can do your Roth IRA, in which you can contribute at least $6,000 per person if you're married, or if you're single, just $6,000. But $6,000 per person, and then be able to leverage that and do what you want to do. And you don't understand the compound growth that goes along with it. And then you want to allocate monies to your own personal investments, in which you then have to do the research to make sure that you can build wealth. But let's be clear, like, you can become a millionaire by the time that you retire just off of your 401k alone. And for people to only have $65,000 into their retirement, and then the people that's going back to work the most are actually the older people above 70. I don't want to be like that. And so if we're not learning from the people before us in order to make more informed decisions, then we're doing ourselves a disservice. Dang, now I forgot which way I came in. I came in that way. You see what I'm saying? So once you meet those thresholds and you've gotten out of debt, because you know the interest that you're paying on the debt. And people ask me all the time, Anton, should I invest or should I pay off the debt first? Pay off the debt first, because you don't have a set return on your investments. It's based off of the long-term growth that comes along with that. But I know what the return is on the debt. You're killing yourself. And people retire and they haven't even had their homes paid off, so that they only got to pay their property taxes. And it's insane. Inflation is killing y'all. I think that we have to be a little bit smarter and be informed. I think that even churches need to start inviting people like me in so I can have conversations with your members, because poverty is demonic. It is. And I don't have debt. I don't have anything. My personal debt every month is actually less than my personal expenses every month is actually less than $1,000. So then I have the ability to do what I want to do, right? I can have my cake and eat it too. I can drive this car right here. See that beautiful Snow White? That's why I wanted that jersey. That's why I wanted the jersey, so that I can match the cars. But then you can do what you want to do when you want to do it, and you don't have to be subjected to what anybody else says about you. Pay your taxes, pay off the debt, start to invest, and then you got a little bit of wiggle room to do what you want to do. But most people don't want to do that in that order. They want to... Why do we do stuff so out of order? Why do we not want to do things in order? We want everything now. It's patience. It's having that mindset to go about doing things the right way. When you do things in order, you don't have to learn the lesson over and over again. You know, that's the biggest thing that I want to emphasize to you guys. And I just wanted to check in with you, see how you doing. I'm about to switch out this jersey. I'm going to go with the red instead of going with the black. I only put on this black jersey so that I can get here. But it's the summertime. And basketball season is about to start. So we're going to have a good time. But hopefully this inspired you, because, you know, a lot of people think that I do this as a stunt, that I jump into cars, buy the Rolexes and all of that. No, I do it for me, but then I'm not going to dumb myself down or dumb my situation down in order to make you feel better about your situation. I want you to be shamed. I want you to start looking at your finances different. I want you to feel a certain type of way when you see me jumping in the car that I want to jump in, and then you trying to finance at a bad interest rate the car that you think that you want in order to try to keep up. Nah, I was down for a long time, homie, before I ever came up. I stayed down. And that's what it takes to be successful. You have to do the things. The true measure of a man is doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, because you're actually looking to level up to make sure that you add the most value into not only your life, but the people that surround you. That's the true measure of a man. And then you can do what you want to do forever. But it all comes from being intentional, doing things right and in order. And like I said in an earlier video when I actually live streamed it, that poverty was demonic. It absolutely is. I believe that poverty is demonic. Okay, kids. All right, so listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Hopefully you take this advice and you utilize it, and hopefully you're looking for some level of motivation. If you have not joined the Patreon already, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Tap in with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in. We got the Discord popping up. As soon as you get in the Patreon, make sure you join the Discord, which the link to the Discord is in any of the description of the videos that's in the Patreon, because I'm continuously adding value into you guys' lives. And if you're not intentional, then what are we talking about? If you can't utilize that in order to be successful, there's no point in having this conversation, all right? I love you in real life because I add value into your life. If you need to kick it with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. I'm going to make sure that you get it popping. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. And that's it. That's it. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Don't fumble the bag. I'm going to holler at y'all at Fight Club. Peace.